Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks, buckle up, because we're diving into some game-changing rumors and strategic moves that could redefine the NFC North, and more importantly, propel the Green Bay Packers toward yet another Super Bowl appearance. The NFL trade deadline is approaching fast, and the buzz around Kayvon Thibodeaux, the talented edge rusher from the New York Giants, is reaching a fever pitch. Reports indicate that the Giants are seriously considering trading Thibodeaux, possibly in exchange for second- and third-round picks in 2025 and 2026. And this isn't just a random rumor. It's a calculated move by the Giants as they focus on a rebuild with a record of 2-5, a team that's been struggling to find consistency on offense, averaging just 18 points per game. The Giants, sitting with a mere $8 million in cap space, are prioritizing their youth movement, especially along the offensive line after the recent injury to Andrew Thomas and other key players. Moving Thibodeaux, a Pro Bowl-caliber edge rusher at just 24 years old, makes sense from a cap management perspective. His $14 million salary in 2026 is a significant drain, especially given the Giants' focus on extending other players like Burns and their desire to build a more sustainable young core. But let's not overlook Thibodeaux' talent. This guy is no ordinary pass rusher. Drafted in 2022, he's already made a major impact with 28, 5 sacks and 92 QB hits in just a couple of seasons. His PFF grade of 81. 2 ranks him among the top 12 edges in the league, and his EPA per rush of plus 0.22 demonstrates his ability to disrupt plays consistently. His career stats are impressive, especially considering his age and the early stage of his development. In 2025, he's projected to have around 6.5 sacks, 24 pressures, and a win rate of roughly 23%. He also forced 3 fumbles last season, showing his knack for creating turnovers. And despite a minor injury in Week 3, a shoulder injury that sidelined him temporarily, Thibodeaux has shown resilience and explosiveness. He's a player who reminds many of high-caliber pass rushers like Micah Parsons, with an explosive burst that can overwhelm offensive lines. His hurry rate of 68% is extraordinary, making him a constant threat to quarterbacks. Now, why would the Giants trade such a promising player? Well, their cap situation is tight, and they're looking to rebuild with younger talent. The $8 million they have available is being allocated to shore up their offensive line, especially after the injury to Jones, and to prepare for a future where they can develop their young core. Trading Thibodeaux, though painful in the short term, could bring in valuable draft capital, picks that could help them accelerate their rebuild. The skepticism around the trade is understandable, especially given how much pressure Thibodeaux can put on opposing QBs. Giving up such a talent might seem risky, but the Giants are betting on their ability to develop their young players and find other pass rushers to complement their defense. Meanwhile, for the Green Bay Packers, this potential trade is a golden opportunity. Currently sitting at 5-2, the Packers have one of the league's most balanced defenses, ranking 15th in sacks with 20 so far this season. But adding Thibodeaux could be the game-changer they need to elevate their pass rush to another level. Imagine a duo of Thibodeaux and Rashan Gary, who already has 5 sacks this season, teaming up to terrorize opposing quarterbacks. Thibodeaux' explosiveness and ability to generate pressure would complement the Packers' existing pass rush, which has been solid but not necessarily elite. His addition could bring an extra 8 sacks to the team, along with a 17% increase in pressure rate, making it much harder for offenses to establish rhythm. And let's talk about the impact on the defense. The Packers' current pass rush, which has been effective but inconsistent at times, would get a significant boost. Thibodeaux' ability to generate pressure, combined with the likes of Gary and Smith, could turn the Packers into one of the league's most feared front sevens. Plus, his presence would help alleviate pressure on Kenny Van Ness, who has been playing well but could benefit from having a more experienced edge rusher beside him. When you consider the statistics, Thibodeaux' impact is clear. His EPA per rush of -0, 11 when he's on the field shows just how disruptive he is. His pass rush win rate of 23% is already impressive, but with the right coaching and scheme fit, that number could easily climb. The Packers have been quietly building a solid defense, but adding a player like Thibodeaux could be the final piece of the puzzle. With his ability to generate pressure on mobile quarterbacks like Justin Fields, who averages 4.9 sacks per game, an alarming number for any offensive line, Thibodeaux would be an immediate upgrade. His presence would create more stops, more turnovers, and ultimately more wins. You can see the strategic fit here. This isn't just about filling a roster spot. It's about transforming the team into a true Super Bowl contender. Now, looking ahead, the odds for the Packers to make a deep playoff run could see a significant shift. Currently, their Super Bowl odds sit at around plus 2,500, but with a move like acquiring Thibodeaux, those odds could improve to plus 1,400, reflecting a real boost in their championship chances. His ability to be a difference-maker in the playoffs, especially against mobile quarterbacks and aggressive offenses, makes him a true X-factor in the postseason. The Packers are already a team that plays with resilience and grit, and adding a player of Thibodeaux's caliber would give them the kind of edge they need to really contend for the Lombardi Trophy. Of course, this kind of trade isn't without risk. The Giants are counting on their young players to develop and believe they can find other ways to pressure the quarterback without Thibodeaux. But for the Packers, this move could be the final piece they need to push over the top. It's a calculated gamble, sure, but one that could pay dividends in the playoff push. Thibodeaux's relentless motor, combined with his explosiveness and potential, makes him a perfect fit for the Packers' aggressive defensive style. And let's not forget about the legacy aspect. Thibodeaux, still just 24, has the talent to become one of the league's premier pass rushers, reminiscent of legends like Clay Matthews, whose ferocity and leadership helped define the Packers' defense for years. If the Packers manage to land him, it would be a move that not only bolsters their roster, but also echoes their recent history of developing dominant pass rushers who can carry a defense. Imagine him alongside Gary, Smith, and Van Ness. This could truly be the front that strikes fear into the hearts of NFC quarterbacks every Sunday. In conclusion, this potential trade for Thibodeaux represents much more than just a roster move. It's a strategic push by the Packers to solidify their defense, amplify their pass rush, and set themselves up for a deep playoff run. If executed correctly, it could be the move that transforms their defense into a relentless force, paving the way for a Super Bowl appearance and maybe even a victory. It's a bold gamble, but one that aligns perfectly with Green Bay's recent philosophy of aggressive, smart, and strategic moves to stay competitive at the highest level. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now, fans, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this potential move? Would you like to see the Packers pull the trigger and bring Thibodeaux to Lambeau Field? Do you believe he's the missing piece for a Super Bowl run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with even more updates, rumors, and analysis on everything Green Bay Packers. So stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep this conversation going. Because at the end of the day, it's all about us, the fans, and our love for this incredible team. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go.